everybody. This is the PHRA's PHRA Experience Informational Webinar, Making the Most of Your Membership. So our goal this afternoon is to address some commonly asked questions that you all may have and give you all the opportunity to interact with us and ask your own questions. So be sure to follow us and connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. We do share a ton of information about PHRA events and some HR-related content on those pages. And this webinar will be recorded and sent to you within likely about 48 hours. Our golf and bocce outing is tomorrow, so bear with us, but that'll be sent to you this week, along with some follow-up information about how to access the benefits and resources that we'll discuss. And if you have any questions as we are going throughout the webinar, please feel free to enter them in the chat box, or you're welcome to hang on to them until the end of the webinar and unmute yourself. We'll open up the floor for questions for everybody. And we'll just go ahead and jump on in and begin by introducing our presenters.
Hey everybody, I am Liz Lamping here, the Executive Director with the PHRA. I have now been employed with the PHRA for 17 years, so it's been a while. I received my master's degree from Carnegie Mellon University in business management with a concentration in HR. And prior to joining the PHRA, I was the Senior Director of Member Services and a project manager for the Society for HR Management in Washington, D.C. So as your executive director, I am responsible for the day-to-day operations of the association, and that includes managing the committees, the staff, as well as working with our board of directors to develop our business plans and so forth.
Hi, everyone. My name is Catherine. I am the Associate Chapter Director within the PHRA, and have been a part of the staff for 8 years. I earned my undergraduate degree in HR from Point Park University, and within my role at the PHRA, I am responsible for membership growth and retention efforts, managing communication and marketing initiatives, working alongside Liz and Judith, who is on the call today, in aiding on the development of membership programs and events, and I work with our volunteer committees and provide support for their initiatives. And like I said, also on the call today is our administrative assistant, Judith Hall. Judith is a wonderful addition to the team, and if you have any questions, any one of the three of us are able to help. And so just to jump into the rest of the programming, so over the next few minutes, we will go ahead and review the basics of the PHRA, how you will be able to make the most of your PHRA membership. And then, like I said, we'll answer any questions. So here's what we'll cover, and you can see that all on the screen here. We will discuss the structure of the organization and our strategic priorities, PHRA highlights, a membership benefits review and how to get involved, and events, and then end it out with some questions. We really look forward to getting to know you all a little bit more today, as well as connecting you all to each other. And I'm going to turn this back over to Liz right now. Liz, would you be able to provide an overview of how the PHRA is structured and then discuss our priorities?
I sure would. I would love to. So thank you very much, Catherine, for kicking us off today. I'm proud to say that the PHRA has entered our 109th year of serving and advancing HR professionals. Over the years, our primary focus has always been to provide local networking and professional development opportunities for our members. So in 1972, our chapter charter became known. That's when we became affiliated with the Society for HR Management. So SHRM is the world's largest HR association devoted to HR management. However, it is important to note that PHRA membership is separate and apart from membership within the national organization. SHRM currently has more than 575 affiliated chapters within the US and members in more than 140 or so countries. What's important to note here, though, is that PHRA is considered a super mega chapter, and we are very proud of this status because there's only 17 chapters with over 1,000 members, and PHRA is one of them. So there's a few requirements that we have to maintain throughout the course of the year to maintain our affiliation, such as at least 51% of our members also have to be members of SHRM. So there's lots of crossover with the memberships there. And then we also need to have a chapter representative participate at the PHRA state council level. And this is typically our chapter president is who goes and represents us at the state council, or an executive committee member if need be. For those that aren't familiar with what the state councils do, they provide more structure for our key volunteer leaders in the state so that they can come together and consult on fairs, activities, and needs and different efforts within the state. So due to the hard work of our staff and our many dedicated volunteers and board of directors, over the years, PHRA has become a proud award recipient from SHRM as well as the PA State Council. So from the awards I think that I am most proud of would be in 2015, 2020, and 2022, we were named Chapter of the Year, which I think is a huge accomplishment for our members. Most recently, we were awarded the prestigious Excel Platinum Award, and SHRM offers these awards yearly for the prior year accomplishments. So the Excel Award is given to chapters recognizing their major accomplishments, their strategic activities, tactical initiatives, and things that they're doing to elevate the profession of HR. And the award can be earned at several different levels, and we always shoot for the highest award designation, which is the Platinum Award. So how do we do this? Well, we have PHRA's paid staff, myself, Catherine, and Judith, who are all here today. We kind of steer the boat by managing the day-to-day operations and the committee initiatives. And PHRA's board members are the fiduciaries who drive the organization towards a sustainable future. And they do this by adopting sound ethical and legal governance and financial management policies, as well as making sure we have the adequate resources to continue to advance our mission. So when you're at the next PHRA event, and I hope I see some of you at our big event tomorrow, take a glance at the badges on the attendees' name tags. If the person is a board member, they will be clearly marked, and we would love for you to introduce yourself. Feel free to ask any questions, give feedback to those folks. That's what they're there for. That's what the staff here are there for as well, to serve and help to advance the membership. All right, so a little bit about our strategic priorities and our focus here. So our vision is to align HR as a strategic business partner in organizations by leading and increasing HR competency and business acumen. Our strategic priorities are our goals that are deemed most important by our board of directors. And these priorities are put in place to ensure that the current and future health of our association is stable. So the staff and committees drive these priorities, and they also help us work towards our mission and vision. And the priorities are to serve the HR professional, maintain financial stability, broadcast the message of HR, and to continue to engage with the Pittsburgh business community. Next few minutes here, I'm going to just briefly kind of touch on how we advance these priorities, and then I'll turn it back to Catherine. So as mentioned, our first strategic priority is to serve you, the local HR professional. And we do this by providing you with unique benefits that contribute to your professional development and provide value-added resources that you can then take back and apply within your organizations. I guess the way I would most like to highlight how we do this is through our free monthly webinars. All PHRA members can participate in 6 complimentary virtual learning and professional development programs throughout the year. Our next webinar, I believe it's July 16th, is focusing on navigating talent management and technology. We also have a complimentary monthly roundtable discussion, and this is really a safe place for our members to come together and share some of their thoughts on HR topics, listen to one another, learn from one another, and kind of understand what others are going through and sharing similar experiences. We do have a lot of great programming filling the calendar. So outside of the 2 events that I mentioned there, please be sure to take a look at the calendar. I'm sure there's something out there for everybody. And then our second strategic priority is to maintain our course of strong financial management. And due to our board of directors, in their oversight within the financial management, we are able to continue to provide memberships with certification scholarships, trial memberships, free professional development webinars, as mentioned, as well as we do have extended and transition membership rates for those members most in need. Our third strategic priority is to proactively look for ways to broadcast the message of HR. I hope some of you have had an opportunity to review our podcast. That is our way of broadcasting the message of HR. We just concluded season 3, which was our most watched season, and it was dedicated to spotlighting the invaluable members of our board of directors. Our board truly brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the table, and their insights were enlightening and inspiring. And I hope if you haven't had a chance to view any of those podcasts, that you will tune in and join in on that conversation. All right, and finally, our fourth strategic priority is to engage the Pittsburgh community with collaborative outreach efforts. Over the course of the years, we have partnered with several organizations throughout Allegheny County to host volunteer days, collect monetary and item donations for those most in need. And at this year's conference, we will be supporting Winspirations. This is the National Association of Women's and Gentlemen's Interactive Network. Their purpose is to reduce poverty and build gender equity by providing networking, mentoring, education to individuals who are experiencing economic hardship. So our members and HR professionals, they can help Winspirations by making monetary donations, donating gently unused business items and personal hygiene products. And we will collect these at the end of the conference. So if you have a charity in need, please message Catherine or I. We're always looking for additional ways to continue engaging with the Pittsburgh community. So that's our strategic priorities, and walking through all of those, it seems like we are working towards success again as it just relates to pursuing all of those this year. So I know with our members' support, we'll continue the tradition of excellence that our board has established. So as it relates to the priorities, Catherine, would you now like to provide some more details on what some of the benefits of your PHRA membership is?
Yeah, of course. Thanks, Liz. So now that you all have had a little bit of an opportunity to hear about the structure of the PHRA and some upcoming opportunities, I want to turn it all back to you and share a poll. So we have a quick poll that will be coming through over your screen here shortly. Computer's moving a little slow. Sorry, folks. So the poll should be appearing on your screen right now. The question is, we're looking to understand what your top reason for joining the PHRA is, or if you're not currently a PHRA member, what interests you in participating in the PHRA? Was it networking opportunities, the educational content, discounts, resources, or did somebody suggest you join? And there are a lot of you on the call today, so I'll give it just another second. I think we've got most of them on.
Can you see the poll, Catherine, or do you need me to end it?
I can see it. We're perfect. No issues this time. All right, I think we've got them all. So I'm going to close that poll out. Thank you all so much for your participation there. Really appreciate it. So as you can see on the screen, it looks like the majority of you were interested in learning and professional development opportunities and educational content, as well as networking opportunities, which is great because we'll be chatting about those here coming up here shortly. So let's go ahead and we can jump into PHRA member benefits and how we put them all together to create a nice benefits package for you all. So we will go ahead and start with the membership discounts. So we are very proud to share that we offer and present our members with discounts on various things like event registrations, membership dues, and even university tuition for those of you that are interested in continuing your education. PHRA members receive access to one complimentary learning and professional development program, per month, and you are eligible to save up to 50% on additional monthly programming as well. in addition to networking events. So all you need to do to take advantage of these discounts and your free registrations is just sign into your PHRA account. Once you're signed into your member account and you add the registration to your cart, the discount automatically applies. We also offer group membership discounts to companies that have 5 or more professional members on the same invoice. Registering as a group can save you anywhere from 10% to 40% off of the invoice total for your membership dues. To sign up your team, or if you may have some questions about it, or if you would like to chat with your boss about it, you can contact with me directly. And then to get started, all we need is a list of folks interested in joining, as well as their email address, and we can get that ball rolling for you. It's a very easy process. And if you are interested in continuing your education, the PHRA partners with local universities such as Robert Morris University, Point Park University, Carnegie Mellon, and La Roche University to provide discounted tuitions each semester. To find out more information about money saving opportunities and specific discounts, you're welcome to contact Liz and I and Judith directly. Or navigate to the PHRA website, which is www.pittsburghra.org, and that information will be found under the membership value section. So the next part of the puzzle would be, excuse me, the network and connect piece. So the PHRA currently has over 1,100 members. We're actually just crossed over the 1,200 member threshold, and we host multiple networking events each year. We offer ample opportunities for folks to connect with local HR professionals, and we are very excited that we're able to offer a majority of our in-person networking events. We're getting ready to see you all, see everybody in person again, and it's been really exciting the last few years introducing those back into the events calendar. The PHRA Networking Committee is very busy planning events for this year. So be sure to keep an eye out on the PHRA events calendar on our website for additional in-person networking opportunities for this year under the conferences and events tab on the website. Our next networking event will be our Meet Your PHRA Colleagues event at Aslan Beer Company in the Strip District, and I hope you all can join us. Let's consider this your formal invitation, and we hope to see you there. And the next piece is the learn piece. So your learning and professional development programs, which is what everyone said, or the most of the folks, at least half said were a primary reason for participating and joining the PHRA. So the PHRA has been responsible for training hundreds of HR professionals with top quality content and instruction through these educational programs and conferences. Our programs meet the highest possible standards and are often and generally eligible for SHRM and HRCI recertification credits. So our current educational programs can be found under the conferences and events tab on our website. We also are proud that we offer, 2 virtual 12-week SHRM certification prep courses throughout the year, which are designed to help folks prepare for and then ultimately pass their SHRM CP or the SHRM SCP credential exams. And our course is designed for folks sitting for either one of the exams. And if you ever miss an online program that's a topic of interest or find out about it after it has already passed, the PHRA has you covered. We offer an on-demand webinar library that houses recorded webinar-based programming and allows you to view them at essentially a speed and time that works best for you. So you can take a look at them at your convenience, and you're still eligible to receive, once completed, the SHRM and HRCI recertification credit information. The on-demand webinar library is also housed under the conferences and events tab, where you would find our events calendar. And the last piece to the puzzle are our resources and tools. As one of the nation's largest HR associations, our dedicated volunteers and our staff really do strive to offer the most reliable and relevant resources to keep you connected to your profession. These offerings include directories, in-house publications, and a comprehensive and robust career center. Our identity-based resources page provides things like educational content, which are tailored towards various personal identities, and it's designed to help you grow as from a personal standpoint as well as from a professional standpoint, and lead for growth in a diverse and equitable workforce. So that's the goal with that. In addition, we launched a legislative resources page last year, which delivers real-time updates on legislation that impacts the workplace in Western Pennsylvania and any other state you may support. And remember that SHRM certification class we talked about here just a minute ago. We also offer a scholarship that subsidizes the cost of that SHRM certification prep class the PHRA hosts. And that essentially waives the cost, waives the fees for the registration as well as the materials. There's information about the prep class as well as the scholarship under the various menu tabs at the top. And if you have any specific questions, Liz and I and Judith are here to help. And one of the best ways for you to get involved, we offer numerous opportunities for this, but some of the best ways for you to get involved are listed on the screen here. So these include opportunities for you to join our buddy program, which essentially pairs mentees with veteran PHRA member mentors. So this allows you to connect with a PHRA member to help you guide you through your HR career, help you guide through your brand new PHRA membership. They're there to help. Becoming a sponsor and boosting your brand awareness at our events is another way to get involved, or presenting at an HR topic during our monthly educational programming or the conferences. And in 2024, we're excited to share that we have expanded our Buddy Mentor program, and we are actively seeking both mentors and mentees. So if that may be something that you're interested in, please feel free to reach out to me directly, and we can get you added on to either the mentee or the mentor roster. And you can find specifically information about these three items on the PHRA website under the Get Involved tab. Now, what makes the PHRA go round? One of the most common and probably the best ways to get actively involved with the PHRA community would be to join one of our committees. Our committees, which you can see on the screen here, meet once per month online via Zoom, and participation is an incredible way to make a direct impact on association initiatives. Our experience shows that committee involvement also has the potential to turn into leadership roles within the PHRA, including seats on our board or the executive committee, or even committee chair positions as well. You can see our available committees listed on the screen here, including signature events, our social media committee, the networking committee, our membership committee, and then our LPD committee. And you are welcome to reach out to me directly if you have any questions about committee involvement. More information about the committees, specifically diving into their descriptions and what each committee is responsible for, can be found on our website as well, also under the Get Involved tab. And then you'll also be able to find a link to sign up. But that is it for me. That was a mouthful. So I'm going to turn it back over to Liz right now so we can kind of chat through some upcoming PHRA announcements.
All right, sure thing. And I will try to go through some of the most important announcements here quickly, because I know I think we're supposed to wrap up by 12:30. I want to make sure everybody has time to address some questions that might be brewing. So, but as Catherine highlighted, there's always something happening at PHRA, and there's always ample ways to get involved. Looking ahead, mark your calendars for our annual conference. It will be September 26th and 27th at the Doubletree in Cranberry. This year's theme is Sharing Solutions, Success Through Synergy. The conference is sure to help you stay on top of what's to come in the world of work, no matter where you're at in your HR career. So we hope to see you there, and we do have quite a few surprises that are in the works for this event. Next, we have just right around the corner here, July 30th, we have an in-person networking event at Aslan Beer Company on Smallman Street. Our Meet Your PHRA event, Meet Your PHRA colleague events are just a great opportunity to connect with familiar faces and meet some new business contacts that can help contribute to your own professional and personal growth. We welcome new members, board members are there, staff members, and non-members as well are welcome to join the community there. And then the last event I want to highlight would be in August. We do celebrate diversity, equity, accessibility, and inclusion throughout the course of the month. On the 7th, we will have a mini conference on championing diversity and advancing DEAI in modern workplaces. So this mini conference will kind of dive deep into the heart of DEAI with our expert-led sessions. So we hope that you can join us there for some strategies for building inclusive excellence and teamwork within your own organizations. PHRA does take pride in the fact that our conferences, our educational conferences, our programming, our networking events all provide a value development opportunity for our members. Our events are all created based on the thinking and the needs that our members articulate to us within the members survey that we run every year. So we've listened and we plan our events based off of the members' needs and what they articulate to us. All right, Catherine, I think it's time for Q&A.
Yes, it is. Perfect. So now we want to turn it back all to you. This is your time to pick our brains. We're here to answer any questions you have, or if you need us to clarify anything that we've covered, please feel free to enter it in the chat or unmute yourself and ask away.
We have 39 people here. I know somebody has to have a question.
Hey guys, this is Brett Wyndham. I figured I'll just start off with a question. Catherine, Liz, can you explain why you guys decided to join the PHRA and what you guys get the most out of it?
Well, I joined the PHRA. So Catherine and I are the only, there's 3 paid staff with the PHRA, and Catherine and I are 2 of them. And at the time, 17 years ago, I was in recruitment, and my current boss was the president of the PHRA in a volunteer role. And she kind of saw that the role that they were beginning to create would be a good fit for me with her recruiter mind. And I would say was the best decision in my life to come to the PHRA for a number of reasons, but I get to work with so many amazing HR professionals that I get to learn from day in and day out. And I get to hear what's going on in the profession, and I get to come up with creative ways to help continue to educate and serve and advance and bring this knowledge to the HR community. So I would say from my perspective, it's just the continual learning that the PHRA provides for me. Good question.
Oh, Jen, thank you very much. I'm really glad to hear that this was helpful. All right. Well, if that is it, I am going to, we can say, let's just go ahead and we can wrap this up. Thank you all so much. If there's anything that pops up after the fact, we will, like I said earlier, we'll follow up via email with a link to the recording here, as well as some direct links to some information that we've discussed today. So if there's anything that you have any questions about, or if you would like to follow up with, please feel free to reach out to our office via email or phone, or reply to the email that we'll send later this week. We are happy to help. And I see that there is a quick question in here. And before I close this out, Tracy, what is the dress code tomorrow for Bocce? I am so glad you are going to be able to make it tomorrow, and I can't wait to see you, Tracy. So the dress code tomorrow, I would say it's probably more, business casual, leaning more towards casual. This, because the location isn't necessarily a country club, I think it's a little bit more relaxed. But yep, whatever you feel comfortable in.
And just Terry, I also saw your question regarding possible outdoor walks and as for networking events on maybe monthly on a weekend basis. I will certainly share that with our networking committee and see what we can do.
All right, sounds great. Well, thank you all, everybody. Hope to see you all in events soon, if not tomorrow. But have a great rest of your day.
Thank you guys.